श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री महागणपताय नमः। श्री सरस्वते नमः। ओम नमश्चंडिकाय नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम लक्ष्मीनारायणाय नमः। ओम सूर्य नवग्रह देवाय नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। Swagatam, Pranam, Sitaram. Welcome to each and every one of you to yet again another divine Sunday morning satsang at the feet of Sriman Narayan. This morning, on behalf of myself and all devotees of Mahalakshmi Narayan Mandir, we welcome you. May your stay with us this morning be a very fruitful and eventful one. As we join with Sriman and Srimati Harjan and family, celebrating series of Janamdin, celebrating life for that dear mother, Mataji Kemrani, those dear sons, Navindra and Ritesh. And as we continue to plunge at the feet of Bhagavan physically and virtually, may this morning we stay inspired, may we stay in spirit, and may we continue to peg away relentlessly as our duty to Bhagavan. Once again, I welcome you, and may you stay with us for our morning satsang. May our week be blissful, and may we continue to hurdle over our challenges and difficulties. For those who are live, for those who are virtual, please share this live. Please encourage others, stay in satsang with us as we commence puja this morning. Om Viganeshwaraya Namah. Om Shri Saraswate Namaha. Om Shri Guru Charanakam Labhyo Namaha. Ganga Yamuna Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalyashminim Sanidhim Kuru. Om Apavitra Pavitrava Sarve Vastangato Piva Yasmareta Pundarekaksham Sa Bhaya Bhayatara Suchi. Om Pratavi Tvaya Drita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnuna Drita Tvam Chadharyamam Devi Pavritam Kurucha Asanam pavitram kuru cha asanam. Offer flowers to Lakshmi Narayana. Jajman Shuddhi, preparing our yagman, washing our hands, sipping water, pavitra, touching our limbs, chandan, before we commence to adore the feet of Bhagavan. As we wash our hands, Om Hastanam Prakshalanam Samarapayami Shri Govindaya. You guys stay on the mic for me, please. Water, sip it 3 times. Om Amritopasthanamasi Swaha. Om Amritapidanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yasha Shrimahi Shri Shrayatam Swaha. Wash hands. Om Hastanam Prakshalanam Samarapayami Shri Govindaya. Pavitra, our pinty on our ring finger. Om Kushmadye Stito Brahma Kushmadye Janardhana Kushmadye Sarvadevana Kusharaja Namostute. What in our left hand? Angasparsh, touching our respectful limbs, lips. Om Vangmyasi Astu. Nostrils. Om Nasur Me Prano Astu. Eyes. Om Akshur Me Chakshurastu. Ear. Om Karno Me Srotamastu. Shoulders. Om Bahur Me Valamastu. Thighs. Om Urjo Me Urjoastu. All over body. Om Arishtani Me Angani Tanustanavami Sahasantu. Place chandan our Shrota's forehead. Om Chanditam Vanditam Nityam Pavritam Papanashanam Apadam Harate Nityam Lakshmi Vastru Saravada. Om. To that Gajanan Bhagavan, to that Ganesh Ji we worship and seek His grace and guidance for these dear Shrotas and for all of us this morning. Bhagavan Ganapati, may you remove whatever obstacles are before us, aid us, and help us on this path of spirituality in our mind. If you do not know the mantras, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Ekadantaya Vidamahi Vakratundaya Dhimahi Gajananam Bhutaganaadisevitam Kapitajambo Palasaravakshanam Umasutam Shokavinashakarinam Namami वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। प्रेम से गजानन भगवान की जय। As we perform Ganesh Baba Puja, keep your mind to the feet. As you wash, as you place your tilak, your haldi, your sindoor, pushpa, dubagras, dupa, deep, his prasaram, and wave that sacred light. Let us keep our mind and thoughts to Ganesh Baba as our Gandharvas lead us in Kirtan to Ganesh Baba. Feel free to clap, be in joy, and of course be part of satsang this morning.
गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। सीधी सिधन गज वदन विलायक सीधी सिधन गज वदन विलायक कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सब नायक शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन।
ॐ यानि कानि क्षपापानि जन्मन्तरकृतानिश्च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ते प्रदक्षिणाय प्रदे पदे आर्तिकं समर्पयामि। प्रेम से गजानन भगवान की जय। The Bhagavati Saraswati Mahakali. As we turn our mind to Sharada Devi, Suraka Devi Saraswati, Hey Ma Sharade, Brahma Shakti Swarupini, the consort of the Creator Lord Brahma. Hey Saraswati Ma, give us that smriti, that medha, that memory, as we need in life, that wisdom, that intellect, may we be able to juggle appropriately, to bring to the best of our usage. So that Saraswati Devi, Mahakali, in this age of Kali Yuga, Ma, we submit to you this morning for your continued grace and benediction. Saraswati Maya Devi 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 Saraswati Maya De हंसवायनी दायनी वीणा पुस्तक समायुक्तं वेद्यधानं च देहि मे। ॐ सरस्वती महाभागे विद्याकमललोचने विद्यारूपे विशालक्षी वेद्यां देहि नमोऽस्तुते। ॐ वीणाधरे विपुलमङ्गलदानशिले भक्तारति नाशनिविरंशे हरेश वन्दे। किरटी प्ररे किल मनोरथदेनहारे विद्याप्रदायनि सरस्वत्यै नौमि नित्यम्। महाकाली च विद्महे शंशानवसनाय धीमहि तन्नो काली प्रचोदयात्। तन्नो काली प्रचोदयात्। प्रेम सुनो सरस्वती भगवती माता की जय। प्रेम करो महाकाली माता की जय। As we place that flower physically to her feet, from our mind we also place chandan, haldi, sindoor to my forehead, flowers, nimble, pushpa, dupandi. Feel free to offer from your mind. Om Chanditam Vanditam Nityam Pavritam Papanashanam Aparam Harate Nityam Lakshmi Vastrushu Saravara Chandanam Samarapayami Shri Saraswati Bhagavati Mata Haridrani Nirmitam Deva Saubhaginam Sukasamparam Ashtatuve Pujaye Swayami Grihana Paramesharam Sasenduram Shashovanam Raktam Saubhaginam Haripriyam Ipshitam Yome Deva Paripurnam Tadastaname Chandanam Haritrani Senduram Samarapayami Malatyarini Sugandhini Mayalahirtani Pujaratam Pushpani Pratigrehata Abhircha Gulalam Cha Chauvachandanameva Cha Abhirnarjate Deva Shantim Tata Kurushame Omataram Samarapayami Shri Sharade Matabhyam Namam Vanaspate Rasu Panuaghra Sarvasu Gandipyo Manuaghra Sarve Dhupo Twamo Pratishtata Sajam Cha Varati Sanyuktam Yojitam Mayadipam Grihanam Pujam Bhagavati Namostute Om Naivedyam Grihitam Devam Bhakti Mehe Chalam Kuru Ipshitam Me Varam Dehi Paratracha Param Gatim ॐ घृतं पावकं हवश्यानां पाशनं चाषष्टकम् नानाविद्यं च नैवेद्यं गृहाणं परमेश्वरे निम्बपत्रं समर्पयामि तुलसीपत्रं समर्पयामि श्रीकङ्काली भगवती माताभ्यो नमः ॐ त्वार्यं वस्तगोविन्दं तुभ्यमेव समर्पयेत् गृहाणं सन्मको भूत्वा प्रसिद्धं पुरुषोत्तमं महाकाली नमो नित्यं कपालनी देवी नमो देवं सर्वकालं नमो नित्यं कंकाली कपालनी नमस्तुते इदं फलं मया देवी स्थापितं पुरुषतत्त्वः तेन मे सफलवाप्तिर्भवे जन्मनि जन्मनि तुलसी हेमरूपं च रत्नरूपं च माञ्जरे भवमुक्षं प्रदं तुभ्यम् अर्पयामि हरे प्रिये अर्पयामि हरि प्रिय श्री सरस्वती भगवती माता की जय कंकाली माता की जय। तो भगवान सूर्य नवग्रहदेव आदिदेव, to that Surya, to that planetary influence, once again, if there is any negative effects of the graha, we ask for shanti, we ask for peace, we ask for contentment. To that Surya Navgrahadev. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Mangalaya कुष्मासङ्कषं कश्यपियं महायुतिं तमोरिं सर्वपापगणं प्रणतोऽस्मै दिव्याकरम् ॐ आदिदेव नमस्तुभ्यं प्रसिद्ध्य मामभास्कराय दिव्याकराय नमस्तुभ्यं प्रभाकराय नमोस्तुते। ॐ ब्रह्मा मुरारी श्रीपुरन्तकारी भानो शशि भूमिस्रतो भूरश्च गुरु शुक्र शनिराहु
सर्वे ग्रहा शान्तिकरा भवन्तु।
सर्वे ग्रह शान्तिकरा भवन्तु। प्रेम सूर्य नवग्रहदेवता भगवान की जय। So that Surya Navgrahadev we pray to as we chant appropriate rendition to Bhagavan Bhaskaraya, Prabhakaraya.
सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः भास्कराय नमः आदित्याय नमः। जो सूरज को पूजे उसे कहो बेरा पार। जो सूरज को पूजे उसे कहो बेरा सूरज को पूजे उसका हो बेड़ा पार। जो सूरज को पूजे उसका हो बेड़ा पार। भोरे भये जो अग है उस दे लेकर द्वादशना, लेकर द्वादशना। मन वह चित्त बन आए उसके सागरे सब ही का, सागरे सब ही का। सूर्य की महिमा है अपरंपार, सूर्य की महिमा है अपरंपार। सृष्टि का वो सृजनहार, सबका है वो पालनहार। करता है वो ही संहार, नमन करो उसको संसार। जो सूरज को पूजे उसका हो बेड़ा पार। जो सूरज को पूजे उसका हो बेड़ा पार। सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः भास्कराय नमः आदित्याय नमः। सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः भास्कराय नमः आदित्याय नमः। सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः भास्कराय नमः आदित्याय नमः। सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः भास्कराय नमः आदित्याय नमः।
प्रेम सुर सूर्य नवग्रह देवता भगवान की जय। तो हनुमान बाबा, बजरंग बली, पवन पुत्र हनुमान, we referred our mind and thoughts to Panchmukhi Baba. When Sri Ram and Lakshmana was in Patal, captured by Ahiravan, it was Hanumanji who rescued him. When Sita ji was in that Ashoka grove, it was Hanumanji who revived and bring that source of faith to her. When Lakshmana was hit by Meghnad and he fell, it was Hanumanji who went for that Sanjeevan herb and resuscitate Lakshmana. My dear friends, it is Hanumanji who have performed so many miraculous acts. When no one could have leaped from Kiskinda to Lanka to go, it was Hanumanji who humbled and resuscitate Lanka. It was Hanumanji with satsang who bring devotion to Vibhishana. My dear friends, this morning, as we submit to Panchmukhi, that five-faced Hanumanji, from the five directions as we protect Bhagavan Sri Rama and Lakshmana, you see in some picture, Lakshmana and Sri Rama on his shoulders, coming from Patal, from the clutches of Ahiravan. To that Hanumanji we pray to this morning. To that Hanumanji we rever to this morning. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Om Anjane Nandanam Veeram Janaki Shokanashanam Kapisham Akshahantaram Vande Lankabhayakaram Manojabam Marutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayotamokam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadde Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadde Iti Shri Panchmukhi Swami Avayami Sapayami Pujayami Prem to Mahavira Swami Ki Jai. We refer to our mind, our thoughts to Hanuman Baba, seeking his grace and his guidance as our Gandharvas keep us at his feet in tune with Man, Karm and Vachan.
चले हनुमान यहाँ श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए ऐसी धूल मचाए ऐसी धूल मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए गंगा जी आए यमुना जी आए गंगा जी आए यमुना जी आए गंगा जी आए यमुना जी आए त्रिवेणी संगम आए श्री राम जी की धूम मचाए त्रिवेणी संगम आए श्री राम जी की धूम मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ आए श्री राम जी की धूम मचाए भक्त जनों के घर पावन कर भक्त जनों के घर पावन कर भक्त जनों के घर पावन कर आए आए रघुराय श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए आए आए रघुराय श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ आए श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ आए श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए तूने मचाए ऐसी धूल मचाए धूल मचाए ऐसी धूल मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ आए श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ आए श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ आए श्री राम जी की धूल मचाए
Prem to Mahavira Swami Ki Jai. As with immense devotion, he takes us to the feet of Bhagavan Shri Ram. Sita Devi Raghuvansi. To Bhagavan Shri Ram we pray with one voice. This Sunday morning, look where life has taken us. At this juncture, it will never ever come again, my dear devotees. Not at least in this lifetime. And this morning, as always, we are highly favored and blessed to be at the feet of Bhagavan Shri Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandra Dasrataya Vidamahe Sita Vallabhaya Dhimahi Tanno Rama Prachodayat Tanno Rama Prachodayat Avayami Sapayami Pujayami Sita Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Ram bholo Ram bholo Ram bholo Ram. Very simple. Ram bolo Ram bolo Ram bolo Ram. Just speak the name Ram. Ram 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 bolo Ram bolo Ram bolo Ram. Ram bolo Ram. Your turn.
Ram bolo Ram bolo Ram bolo Ram.
Shri Ram Shri Ram Raghupati Raghav 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 Ram.
Shri Ram Shri Ram Patita Pavan Ram. Shri Ram Shri Ram Patita Pavan Ram. Ram bholo Ram bholo Ram bholo Ram.
Ram bolo Ram bolo Ram bolo Ram.
Ram bholo Ram bholo Ram bholo Ram.
Ram bolo Ram bolo Ram bolo Ram.
Ram bholo Ram bholo Ram bholo Ram. Ram bholo Ram bholo Ram bholo Ram. Prem Sita Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Uma Maheshwarabhyam Namaha. To Parvati Ma, to Bhagavan Shiva, to that Parivar. When there is uneasiness in our family, when there is no unity, when you seem you're losing control even as the Lakshmi of the home to steer the family in the right direction, as the Vishnu in the home to sustain, things are very rothic and chaotic, sit in communion to Shiva Parivar. 16 Mondays of Somavar Vrat. Fasting, give up something that you love most. For 16 Mondays, you worship Mahadev with not a reward, but you just dedicate to him. And you will see your man in the form of the Parivar. When everybody, grown children now, are pulling their own direction, all the morals, the values, the ethics, that if you instill, you have carved in their world, has thrown out the window. as a mother, as a father, sit at the feet of Bhavani Shankar. As a child, the unity, the peace, the contentment you want in a home, in that union, and it's not there, sit at the feet of Bhavani Shankar. In this month of Shravan, it is more rewarding. As we pray this morning with this dear mother, her grandchildren, her children, her family, her beloved husband, her immediate and extended, physically and virtually. Namah Shivaya. Om Namaschandikaya Namah. Om Karacharan Kritam Vakajam Karmajam Vaha Shravanam Nayanam Vamanasam Vapararam Avihitam Vavihitam Sarvameva Takshama Swaha Jaya Jaya Karunade Shri Mahadeva Shambhu Sarva Mangala Mangali Shive Sarvat Sadike
Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute
Narayani Namostute. Prem Sura Uma Maheshwara Bhagavan Ki Jai. We adore the feet of that Shiva Parivar, and wherever you're sitting, you also offer from your mind, your thoughts, offer that Chandan on Bhagavan's forehead. The crooked moon he placed to beautify, not the full moon. Anything what is not worthy placed in Mahadev become worthy. Om Chanditam Vanditam Nityam Avratam Papanashanam Apadam Harite Nityam Lakshmi Vastrushu Saravara Chandanam Samarapayami Haridrani Samarapayami Sinduram Samarapayami. Om Pushpadanam Samarapayami Madhara Pushpa Samarapayami Trilunam Trigunakala Janma Eka Bilvam Shivarpanam Trigunam Trigunakala Janma Eka Bilvam Shivarpanam Bilvapatram Samarapayami Nimbalpatram Samarapayami Uma Maheshwara Vyam Namaha. Namah Shivaya. 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 Prem Sroma Maheshwarabhyam Namaha. to that Durga Devi, that Bhavani Ma. Hey Jagat Janani, that beautiful Murti of Ma Durga, the most ferocious of animal she sits upon. She is Shakti Rupam. She is Smriti. She is Trishna. She is Nidra. Our thirst she is. Our sleep she is. Our memory she is. Our strength she is. Our quest for everything in this world is Param Shakti. This morning, once again, we dedicate our mind and thoughts to Durga Devi as we chant together. Jayanti Mangala Kali Gidan sa mo value na kaya hear that. Om Sarvaswarupani Sarvishe Sarva Shakti Samanvite Bhayasya Traninau Devi Durga Devi Namostute Om Kalyana Janinam Satyanama Kamaram Karunakaram Ananta Shakti Sampanam Durga Ma Avayanam Durga Ma Avayanam Prem Surajagarambe Mata Ki Jai. As we adore the feet of Durga Ma, we chant appropriate rendition to that universal mother, seeking her glories and her grace. माता की जय। तो राधे श्याम भगवान श्री कृष्ण, in a week or more the Lord will be taking his advent into this world. How prepared are we to welcome Bhagavan Shri Krishna? How ready? Oh man, keep churning that butter, keep churning that makhan of the mind to bring the best out of. As we celebrate Krishna Janam Ashtami, just under 2 weeks, be prepared, be ready. Not only the physical environment, cleaning the puja room, cleaning the home, but also prepare this man, this vachan, our words, this tan, this body, and definitely the karma will be auspicious to that Radhisha we turn our mind to this morning. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachar Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopal Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Prem Radha Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. To that Murari, to that Jadugar, that magician of this world, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, we pray to and chant appropriate rendition as we perform puja to Bhagavan Radhe Shyam.
मुरली वाले में घेर लाई अकेली पनिया गई। मुरली वाले में घेर लाई अकेली पनिया
man. We always believe my family is by my side, my parents, my children. But in this real world, in this true world, you are alone. And who you have with you? Murlidhar, Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Mai akela hu, Lord. I am here alone. And just having you with me, help me, aid me as the Yamuna flows. So may I flow towards you, Swami. प्रेम सो राधा पर कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। To Lakshmi Narayan, from Vrindavana to Vaikunth, Shira Sagara, that milky ocean, we approach Bhagavan to once again bring that spark of Him, that Holy Spirit, closer and closer to Him. This morning, to that Lakshmi Narayan we bow down to that Tulsi Devi, and to that Shaligram, the stone form of Bhagavan Sriman Narayan. Not only Mahadev is in the form of the Patal, the stone, but Bhagavan Vishnu. Lakshmi Narayana Namaha, Shriman Narayana Namaha, Vajrika Narayana Namaha, Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam, Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi,
Bhakti Mukti Pradayani, Mantra Murti Sada Devi, Mahalakshmi Namosute.
Om Shashanka Chakram Sakita Kundalam, Sapita Vastram Saraseruhikshanam, Sahara Vakshtala Kaustubhya Shriyam, Namami Vishnu Shirasa
Chaturbhujam,
Namami Vishnu
Shirasa Chaturbhujam,
Shantakaram Bhujagashenam Padmanabhyam Suresham
Vishwadaram Meghavarnam Subhagyam,
Lakshmi Kantam Kamalaneynam
Yogi Vidyanegamyam, Vande Vishnu Bhavavaiharinam, Sarvaloke Haranam.
प्रेम से लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय. As we offer prayers to Lakshmi Narayan, we have appropriate rendition to the feet of Sriman Narayan, Lakshmi Devi. Please be involved, sing along, and adore the Lord from your heart.
Satyanarayan, Narayan, Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan, 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 Satyanarayan, Narayan, Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan, 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 Satyanarayan, Narayan, Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan, 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 Satyanarayan, Narayan, Narayan, Satyanarayan, Narayan, Narayan. जय जयकार करो रे प्रभु की, जय जयकार करो रे प्रभु की. नैया पार करेंगे सभी की, नैया पार करेंगे सभी की. जय जयकार करो रे प्रभु की, जय जयकार करो रे प्रभु की. सत्यनारायण, नारायण, नारायण, सत्यनारायण, नारायण, नारायण. जिसने श्रद्धा भाव सुमन चरणों में चढ़ाया प्रभु के, भक्ति से जिसमें शीश यहाँ चरणों में झुकाया प्रभु के, उस पर होती प्रभु जी की कृपा, उस पर होती प्रभु जी की कृपा. सब काम न होती पूरी, सब काम न होती पूरी. जय जयकार करो रे प्रभु की, जय जयकार करो रे प्रभु की. सत्यनारायण, नारायण, नारायण, सत्यनारायण, नारायण, नारायण, लक्ष्मी नारायण, 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 लक्ष्मी नारायण, 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 सत्यनारायण, नारायण, नारायण, सत्यनारायण, नारायण, नारायण, लक्ष्मी नारायण, 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 लक्ष्मी नारायण, नारायण, नारायण.
प्रेम से लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय. To Mahadev Bhagavan Shiva we turn to this morning. Sambasara Shivaya. To the lingam on this Dashmi Titi, on this 10th day of this month of Shravan, in the bright half of Shukla Paksha, Anuradha Nakshatra or Jeshta Nakshatra. On this day, when you pray to Bhagavan Shiva, also think of those who have gone beyond. As you say Om Namah Shivaya, as you invoke Mahadev, that Mahadev within, think of those who have gone beyond, our roots, our parivar, our parampara, our pitras, Yamarul and Dashmi Titi, and may all our offerings used to elevate and help those who have gone beyond. As we turn our mind to Bhagavan Shiva, Om Namah Shiva, Om Namah Shiva, Om Namah Shiva. With your Bilva Patra in your hands, if not physically, from the mind, with your Madara Pushpa in your hands, your Datur Palam, your Datur Pushpam in your hands, and you're about to worship Bhagavan Shiva. The Bilva and Bilva fruits in your hands, in your mind, in your thoughts. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Lord, not only am standing in the Ganges at your feet, but I'm going to dip water and all sacred ingredients, and I'm going to pour upon you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. To resuscitate, to help these 5 elements in our body. In this most blessed month of Shravan, we are all after our dear mother and these wonderful sons. We will all come forward, start preparing their minds, sit in peace and in an awe. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shambhavaya cha Mayo Bhavaya cha Namah Shankarayascha Mayaskarayascha Namah Shivaya cha Shivatarayascha Om Trayambakam Yajamahi
Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukamiva Vandanam Mrityu
Om Tata Purushaya Vidamahi Mahadevaya
Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat
Agakshe Bhagavana Deva Sthane Chatro Stito Bhava Yavata Pujam Karishyami Tavatvam Sanamako Bhava. Place him to sit in your heart. Nana Ratna Samayuktam Karatavasya Vibhushitam Asanam Deva Deva Nityam Karipuram Tarastarame. Om Samba Sadashivaya Namah Uma Maheshwaraya Namah. Hara Hara Parvati Pata Hara Hara Mahadeva Ki Jai. As we perform Abhishekam with our milk, Panchamrit, and other ingredients, we chant appropriately Lingam Ashtakam, 8 verses to the Lingam, then appropriate renditions in Kirtan to the manifestation of Bhagavan. Let us stay in tune, those virtually. Let us stay at the feet of Bhagavan Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva.
Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Brahma Murari Surajit Lingam Nirmal Bhashit Shobhit Lingam Janmaj Dukha Vinashak Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. सुर गुरु सुरवर पूजित लिंगम सुरवन पुष्प सदाशिवलिंगम परात्परं परमात्मकलिंगम तत्प्रणमामि सदाशिवलिंगम नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय लिंगाश्रितमिदं पुण्यं यः पते शिवसहनिधो शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते चागम मुसाफिर बोर बरी अबरे न कहा जो सोवत है अत जागम मुसाफिर बोर बरी अबरे न कहा जो सोवत है जो सोवत है सो कोवत है जो जागत है सो पावत है अत जाग मुसाफिर बोर बरी अबरे न कहा जो सोवत है अपने प्रभु से ध्यान लगा यह प्रीत करन की रीत नहीं प्रभु जागत है तू सोवत है अत जाग मुसाफिर बोर बरी अबरे न कहा जो सोवत है जो कल करना वो आज कर ले जो कल करना वो आज कर ले जो आज करना वो अब कर ले जो आज करना वो अब कर ले जब चिड़ियों ने चुग तलिया फिर पछताई क्या होवत है अत जाग मुसाफिर बोर बरी अबरे न कहा जो सोवत है नादान भगत अपनी करनी नादान भगत अपनी करनी ए पापी पाप में चैन कहा ए पापी पाप में चैन कहा जब पाप की गतरी शीश दरी अब शीश पकर क्यों रोवत है अत जाग मुसाफिर बोर बरी अबरे न कहा जो सोवत है अत जाग मुसाफिर बोर बरी अबरे न कहा जो सोवत है स्वामी नारायण स्वामी नारायण સ્વામિનારાયણ 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 અબરે ન કહા જો સોવત હૈ. बोलो राम श्री राम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम श्री राम, बोलो राम जय जय राम. श्री राम तुम्हारे मंदिर में मैं दीप जलानी आया हूँ, मैं दीप जलानी आया हूँ, मैं दीप जलानी आया हूँ. बोलो राम श्री राम, बोलो राम जय जय राम. नीरस सुनी जीवन में मन के अंधेरे खोनी में, नीरस सुनी जीवन में मन के अंधेरे खोनी में. सांसों की उजली आशा है शुभ ज्योत जलानी आया हूँ, मैं दीप जलानी आया हूँ, मैं दीप जलानी आया हूँ. बोलो राम श्री राम, बोलो राम जय जय राम. पूजन विधि विधान नहीं और सिमरन साधन प्राण नहीं. पूजन विधि विधान नहीं और सिमरन साधन प्राण नहीं. बड़ा आज भक्ति सुगंध बड़े तो पुष्प चरानी आया हूँ, मैं दीप जलानी आया हूँ, मैं दीप जलानी आया हूँ. बोलो राम श्री राम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम जय जय राम.
शिव शंभो दीनों के बंधु नमो नमः नमो नमः गिरिजापति गंगाधर हरि हरि नमो नमः नमो नमः शिव शंभो दीनों के बंधु नमो नमः नमो नमः गिरिजापति गंगाधरि हरि हरि नमो नमः
नमो नमः
चंद्र त्रिपुरारी सुख कर वरदानी नीलकंठ स्वाजे त्रिपुंद ओ हरिदानी बालचंद्र त्रिपुरारी सुख कर वरदानी स्वाजे त्रिपुंद ओ हरिदानी मम बैहरी असुरारी शिव नमो नमः नमो नमः गिरिजापति गंगाधरि धर हरि नमो नमः
नमो
दम 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 रू नीलाश से जग दौड़े नित्य करे नटराज उमा संग बम बोले दम 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 रू नीलाश से जग दौड़े नित्य करे नटराज उमा संग बम बोले शूल पानी कल्याणी शंकर नमो नमः नमो नमः गिरिजापति गंगाधरि धर हरि नमो नमः नमो नमः शिव शंभो दीनों के बंधु नमो नमः नमो नमः गिरिजापति गंगाधरि हरि हरि नमो नमः
नमो नमः
शिव शंभो दीनों के बंधु नमो नमः
नमो नमः
गिरिजापति गंगाधरि हरि हरि नमो नमः नमो नमः
बजु राम राम बजु राम राम बजु राम 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 बजु राम राम बजु राम राम बजु राम 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 सिया राम बजले राम राम सिया राम बजु राम राम सिया राम बजु राम राम सिया राम 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 बजु राम राम बजु राम राम बजु राम 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 बजु राम राम बजु राम राम बजु राम 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 सिया राम बजले राम राम सिया राम बजु राम राम सिया राम बजु राम राम सिया राम सिया पिया बलराम प्रभु कहलाए सीताराम बजु राम राम सिया राम बजु राम राम सिया राम बन को सिरारे विश्वामित्र ग्यारह रखवाले सतिया हिलिया तार नहारे पंचवती को बाल दिया करिया धर्म का दान बजु राम राम सिया राम बजु राम राम सिया राम से उबारा राम राज हो गया देश में कन गाये हनुमान बजु राम राम सिया राम बजु राम राम सिया राम 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 बजु राम राम बजु राम राम बजु राम 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 बजु राम राम बजु राम राम बजु राम 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 सिया राम बजले राम राम सिया राम बजु राम राम सिया राम बजु राम राम सिया राम 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 बजु राम राम बजु राम राम बजु राम 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 बजु राम राम बजु राम राम बजु राम 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 सिया राम बजले राम राम सिया राम बजु 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 राम राम सिया राम सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया मैया जी, तेरा पालन पाया। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया मैया जी, तेरा पालन पाया। पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल ले तेरी बेट चढ़ाया। पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल ले तेरी बेट चढ़ाया, ले तेरी बेट चढ़ाया। सुबह चोले तेरे अंग विराजे, केसर तिलक लगाया मैया जी, केसर तिलक लगाया। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया मैया जी, तेरा पालन पाया। ब्रह्मा वेद पद तेरे द्वारे, शंकर ध्यान लगाया। ब्रह्मा वेद पद तेरे द्वारे, शंकर ध्यान लगाया, शंकर ध्यान लगाया। नंग पाग तेरे आगे आए, सोन का चक्र चढ़ाया मैया जी, सोन का चक्र चढ़ाया। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पालन पाया मैया जी, तेरा पालन पाया। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मध्य कलयुग राज सवाया मैया जी कलयुग राज सवाया सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पालन पाया मैया जी तेरा पालन पाया धूप दीप नैवेद्यारती मोहन भोग लगाया धूप दीप नैवेद्यारती मोहन भोग लगाया मोहन भोग लगाया दानु बावत मैया तेरा गुण गावे मनवांछित पल पाया मैया जी मनवांछित
Prasanam, come
पल
forward, please.
पाया सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पालन पाया मैया जी तेरा पालन पाया मैया जी तेरा पालन पाया कंज सरा जयकार हो बोले तेरे पवन में कंज सरा जयकार हो बोले तेरे पवन में कंज सरा जयकार हो बोले तेरे पवन में बेले पचार गंगा जल से भक्ति भव से पूजा कर ले बेले पत्रार गंगा जल से भक्ति भव से पूजा कर ले करंगी भव से उपार हो चलो शिव की शरण में कंज सरा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में कंज सरा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में शिव के ध्यान करे मन निरमल शिव भक्ति पुण्यों का फल शिव के ध्यान करे मन निरमल शिव भक्ति पुण्यों का फल करते बोल निवास हो अपने भक्तों के मन में कुंज सरा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में। कुंज सरा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में। संकट से शिव सदा उबारी, दर्शन दे क्या बग्या सुवारी। संकट से शिव सदा उबारी, दर्शन दे क्या बग्या सुवारी। बोल की महिमा पारा हो हम गाए सब मिलकर। बोल की महिमा पार हो हम गाए सब मिलकर। कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में। कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में। कुंज सदा जयकार हो बोले तेरे भवन में। श्री राम कहे हनुमान, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। सुनो बचन प्रभानंद भोग सुख नाना सुनो वचन कहो परमाना सुनो वचन कहो परमाना श्री राम कहे हनुमाना श्री राम कहे हनुमाना सुनो वचन कहो परमाना सुनो वचन कहो परमाना श्री राम कहे हनुमाना श्री राम कहे हनुमाना श्री राम कहे हनुमाना ऐसे समाना ये आए न ऐसे शाम ऐसे समाना ये आए न ऐसे शाम जिस दिन जवानी मेरी जिस दिन जवानी मेरी आई न ऐसे शाम ऐसे समाना आए न ऐसे शाम ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय मंदिर में वास है तेरा तेरा जगे बसाए प्यासे आत्मा मन की जोगन तेरे शरण में आए मन मंदिर में वास है तेरा तेरा जगे बसाए प्यासे आत्मा मन की जोगन तेरे शरण में आए तेरे ही चरणों में पाया मैंने विश्राम ऐसे समाना आए न ऐसे शाम ऐसे समाना आए न ऐसे शाम जिस दिन जमाती मेरी जिस दिन जमाती मेरी आई न ऐसे शाम ऐसे समाना आई न ऐसे शाम ओम Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जब ले नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जब ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जब ले नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जब ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। शिव शिव तुम मेरे से बोलो मन मंदिर का पारद खोलो। शिव शिव तुम मेरे से बोलो मन मंदिर का पारद खोलो। अब खाली न जाए मुख से जब ले नमः शिवाय। ओ अब खाली न जाए मुख से जब ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ये दुनिया पंछी का मेला समझो उलझा है अकेला। ये दुनिया पंछी का मेला समझो उलझा है अकेला। तन मन साथ न जाए मुख से जब ले नमः शिवाय। ओ तन मन साथ न जाए मुख से जब ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। शिव पूजा में मस्ती बने जा भक्ति सुर रस पान किए जा। शिव पूजा में मस्ती बने जा भक्ति सुर रस पान किए जा। दर्शन विश्वनाथ के पाए। ओ दर्शन विश्वनाथ के पाए। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जब ले नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जब ले नमः शिवाय। ओम 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 नमः शिवाय।
हे शिव शंकर परम मनोहर सुख बरसाने वाले। हे शिव शंकर परम मनोहर सुख बरसाने वाले। दुख तालते भव से तारते शंभु भोले भाले। शंभु भोले भाले। हे शिव शंकर परम मनोहर सुख बरसाने वाले, दुख तालते भव से तारते शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले। लो प्रणाम हे मंगलकारी, जगदीश्वर त्रिपुरारी, सच्चा वर दो दीन जनों को, हे बोला बंदारी। आज तिहारे शरणे आए दाता मोहे बचा ले, आज तिहारे शरणे आए दाता मोहे बचा ले, दुख तालते भव से तारते शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले। मृत्यु तेरे चरण दबाए, विषधर अंत में खेले, भूत और प्रीत निकट नहीं आए, शिव शिव नाम जो ले ले। उसका मन फिर क्या भरमाए जिसको तू ही संभाले, उसका मन फिर क्या भरमाए जिसको तू ही संभाले, दुख तालते भव से तारते शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले। हे शिव शंकर परम मनोहर सुख बरसाने वाले, हे शिव शंकर परम मनोहर सुख बरसाने वाले, दुख तालते भव से तारते शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले। हे शिव शंकर परम मनोहर सुख बरसाने वाले, दुख तालते भव से तारते शंभु भोले भाले, 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 शंभु भोले भाले।
Sitaram or Pranam to each and every one of you joining us this beautiful and warm Sunday morning. Whether you are joining us on location at Mahalakshmi Narayan Mandir or virtually, your presence is truly appreciated, and it is an honor to be in such wonderful company. You had joined us from the commencement, you would have had the honor and privilege of having our ears adorned by wonderful bhajan and kirtan by our most talented musicians and Gandharvas. And it is at this time, before we have the honor of listening to Pravachan from our most knowledgeable Panditji Jageshwar Sharma, that I have the privilege of asking one of our youngest and most talented singers, part of our kirtan here at Mahalakshmi Narayan Mandir, Shay, who is also a Sisha along with his cousin and grandmother this morning, to please do us the honor of giving us a rendition dedicated to his wonderful grandmother. And so without further ado, Shay, over to you.
Happy birthday, Grandma. This song is dedicated to you. तुमको देखा तो ये खयालाया तुमको देखा तो ये खयालाया जिंदगी धूप तुमका नासाया जिंदगी धूप तुमका नासाया तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया आज फिर दिल ने एक तमन्ना की आज फिर दिल ने एक तमन्ना की आज फिर दिल को हमने समझाया आज फिर दिल को हमने समझाया जिंदगी धूप तुमका नाज़ाया तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया तुम चले जाओगे तो सोचेंगे तुम चले जाओगे तो सोचेंगे हमने क्या खोया हमने क्या पाया हमने क्या खोया हमने क्या पाया जिंदगी धूप तुमका नाज़ाया तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया हम जिसे गुनाह नहीं सकते हम जिसे गुनाह नहीं सकते लगता नहीं ऐसा गीता क्यों गाया लगता नहीं ऐसा गीता क्यों गाया जिंदगी धूप तुमका नाज़ाया तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया जिंदगी धूप तुमका नाज़ाया जिंदगी धूप तुमका नाज़ाया तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया
Thank you very, very much, Say, for such a beautiful rendition. And I'm sure your grandmother is very, very proud. I also now would like to ask Arya to please give her little rendition as well, as she's prepared something. And while she's just getting set up, I do want to say a very, very happy birthday to those two that are celebrating. and you must be so proud and happy, and we are so proud and honored to have you here with us celebrating your birthday in this manner. Without further ado, over to you, Arya.
Also, I'd like to say happy birthday to Shay and his cousin Vihan because their birthday's around now too. तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी हैरान हूँ मैं ओ हैरान हूँ मैं तेरे मासूम सवालों से परेशान हूँ मैं ओ परेशान हूँ मैं तुझसे हैरान हूँ मैं ओ हैरान हूँ मैं जीने के लिए सोचा ही नहीं दर्द संभालने होगे मुस्कुराए तो मुस्कुराने के कर्ज उतारने होगे मुस्कुराओ कभी तो लगता है जैसे हो तो फिर कर्ज रखा है तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी हैरान हूँ मैं ओ हैरान हूँ मैं तेरे मासूम सवालों से परेशान हूँ मैं ओ परेशान हूँ मैं आज अगर बाढ़ आई है बूंदे बरस जाएंगी कल क्या पता इनके लिए आंखें तरस जाएंगी जाने कब गुम हुआ कहाँ खोया एक आंसू छुपा के रखा था तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी हैरान हूँ मैं ओ हैरान हूँ मैं तेरे मासूम सवालों से परेशान हूँ मैं ओ परेशान हूँ मैं ओ परेशान हूँ मैं ओ परेशान हूँ मैं
Thank you very, very much, Arya. And once again, so talented, so humble are these two wonderful singers, and we thank you very much for keeping us entertained this morning. I now have the privilege to hand it over to our Panditji Geshwar, to lead us in Pravachan this morning. And without further ado, Panditji, Guruji, over to you.
प्रेम से बोलो नारायण भगवान की जय. Thank you so much, Tash, for that warm word of welcome to our most beloved Shrota Ganas, Shriman and Shrimati Harjan, our wonderful boys Ritesh and Avindra, their respectful family and siblings, to all those wonderful souls in Mandir, and virtually once again pranam, I bow to that divinity within all of us. This morning, have listened to those most appropriate rendition, expressing our sentiments and love to Bhagavan, to that spark of God within this dear mother, this better half, this Aji, this Nani, this dear servant of Bhagavan. Once again, I want to say happy birthday to Mataji Kamrani and Tipatso. How blessed we are this Monday to have you with us to celebrate this morning. Uncle Joe and your children visiting from back home, welcome. And to these two wonderful boys, Navindra, no stranger to many of us in this mandir, who would be also celebrating his birthday on the 11th of August. Raksha Bandhan, Guru Purnima Day, very auspicious day. And of course, our dear son Ritesh on the 13th of August. What else can we say? What else can we do to Bhagavan, for this dear family? And of course, the Aji on the 10th of August. And to all those who are celebrating today, we say happy birthday to you. As it's already 7 minutes to 12, what can we do with a katha today? Very short, because my task is to finish at 12, but we'll see what we can do. Forgive me if I go over a little bit. Because time has to go on, there's so many things everybody have to get done, and we have to also proceed. Akanda mandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam tatparam darshitam yena tasme shri guruve namah tasme shri guruve namah. Shri Guru Bhagavad ki jai. As very quickly, from a few chaupai, maybe, or doha in Ramcharitamanas, from Balkant, the Shiva Gita, this dear mother and her grandchildren are putting their life and their soul and all action as pilgrimage to Bhagavan. They are visiting from Albany. They could have been home and celebrate there and enjoy themselves. But we are blessed to have them with us. To our dear son, Ritesh, he could have been staying back home also with his wonderful parents and sibling and celebrating. But they all gather this Prayag, this holy Tirth, this place of worship. This morning I thank them. I thank my dear brother Vishal and Sherry, the Harjan family, and all the sisters for affording us this opportunity. Wonderful family, blessed souls of this mandir. And whatever from the inception are their desires, we pray and ask Bhagavan grant upon them not only our birthday celebrations, but to the entire Palivar. Before we plunge into our katha, we chant a few lines of Hari Kirtan to Bhagavan Shri Ram. In this month of Shravana Mas, my dear Bhaktajano, in this month of Shravana Mas, those who can chant the name of Shiva is important. Those who can listen to the name of Shri Ram, Bhagavan Shiva give peculiar instruction about the glories of Bhagavan Shri Ram. Let us rever his name for a few moments. To the feet of Shri Ram, we dedicate our man, karma and vachan.
Raghupati Raghav Raja Rampati Tapa
along. Clap your hands. When you're in satsang, Mahadev remind us to echo the name of Sri Ram. Knowingly, unknowingly, accidentally, coincidentally, please sing along, oh man.
सीताराम जय सीताराम बजे प्यारे मन सीताराम
Everybody,
सीताराम जय सीताराम बजे प्यारे मन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम कौशल्या का प्यारा राम दशरथ जी का न्यारा राम कौशल्या का प्यारा राम दशरथ जी का न्यारा राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम पतित पावन सीताराम पतित पावन सीताराम
प्रेम सुर सीताराम चंद्र भगवान की जय. You know, when Hanumanji heard the name of Sri Ram, he become energized. When Shiv Bhagavan, who is no other than Hanuman, when he also heard the name of Bhagavan Sri Ram, he becomes so peaceful. He becomes so contented. He becomes so blissful. In Balakanta of Ramayana, particularly the Shiva Gita, there was a beautiful dialogue between Shiva and Parvati. Yes, it is Shravana Mas, the month of Shiva. It is Shiva who discoursed the Ramayana very first to Parvati Devi. And they had a wonderful dialogue about satsang, about listening, how we should, where we should place our mind. There were about 8 or 9 questions. We were not able to go through them all. That Parvati asks Bhagavan Shiva. And of course, look, I always tell you this. Not only in this birth we got doubt, not only this birth we will live and have doubt, but birth to come and come again we will have doubt. Prabhu smarta swarga siva sakala kala gunadhama yoga jnana viraja nidhi pranata kalpatarunama. Parvati says, my Lord, you are all powerful. Hey Mahadev, you're all wise, you're all blissful. You are the repository of all arts and virtue, meaning you're the greatest, you're Mahadeva. You're full of wisdom and dispassion, vairagya, detachment. Your name is a Kalpataru, that wish-fulfilling tree. Shiva is being told by Northern Bhavani Ma. She's asking, Jo mo para prasanya sukha rasi. Can you please, if I am a faithful servant to you, can you please tell the story of Shri Ram? My dear friends, here Parvati is teaching us as Grihasti, as marriage household. Satsang is pivotal in our home, not only at Mandir. Discourse of this nature is very important. It's the pillar, is the nucleus of a Grihasti ashram, of a marriage household life. To discuss not everything else, all the shows, what is happening socially, economically, all that is good, but to sit down sometime and have discourse on dharma, on dharma sastra, on rite of passage, on spirituality, sharing the kahani. Parvati Devi is telling us that satsang were able to bring that joy and glow in our life. Today, this dear mother and her grandchildren, it is not by accident or coincidence these children find themselves in a part of mandir, praying, singing, and living a dharmic life. It didn't happen because of the miraculous work only of Vishal and Sherry. They may want to think so, and it's okay too. But it comes from parampara. It comes from generation and generation before this. And it comes through them. It comes through these two children, respective parents. And it comes through these children, and it will continue to hand down. Some of you thinking in your head right now, I am more religious than my parents. Where I get it from? I sing more than my parents. Where I get it from? Don't think because they don't sing, they're not that religious. They fight you not to come to mandir. There, it just skipped. It starts from one generation to another. It just elude them maybe, and you have to bring them back on path. It comes through the lineage. It comes through the lineage of generation. And Shiva is reminding all of us, through Parvati Devi, sit and have discourse. Not only about Sandy Backyard Kitchen, and only about Young and the Restless. Right, Uncle Joe? Talk about satsang, Malaji. Karibana done last weekend, huh? Not only live on that. Talk about Shiva's story also. Nothing wrong in talking about those things, mind you. But also talk about Katha. Right, Auntie Patso? Talk about when you used to go mandir in those days. When we didn't have a mic. Have these discourse. This kahani, this story. Bring this will bring our children. Not only give them what we didn't have, Shako. We like to say, I've been proper punished bar in Guyana. And you see me picking them, them that me heart, them that me gem, them that me this, them that me that. I want to give them everything. And that is good, nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. But also remember to give them what you had. Remember to give them what you had. Because what your parents give you was the best. We didn't have much. We didn't have much. The luxuries and amenities that these children have today. We had a little old mud truck, mud doll, old tin cup saucepan. Maybe Vishal, you had fancy thing because you've been there, right to the riverside, eh? You're a younger generation. But look at what these have today. But what we lacking giving them is what keep you strong, migrate, come to this country under tough circumstance, and still can rejoice and prepare a bed of roses for them. And I know they're going to tell you it's their karma. I got to watch on this side and I got to watch on this side. They're going to tell you it's them karma to read these things like that. But it's true too. But give them the morals, my dear brothers and sisters. Ask any parent who sit over there, who have older children, if they regret doing what they did. They're enormous driving around, running around, coming to Monday every Sunday, every here, there. Because these children are well equipped for the world. They prepare them to face the challenges of the world. You make these children well-rounded, and you will see the difference as they grow, and they will continue to carry our flag of Sanatan Dharma. Parvati Devi is telling Bhagavan Shiva, have these satsang, bring them to Mandir. As household, it is our purpose to do this. Parvati was confused. Who are you meditating upon, Shiva? Ram, he's in dhyan, he's in tapasya. Which Ram are you meditating? That same Ram that was crying, that was weeping when Sita has been hidden? How can you meditate upon a guy like he? She's questioning. You yourself get confused sometimes. Who really should I pray to? Which one should I pray to? Which form should I pray to? We get confused sometimes. Do not get confused. The beauty about Sanatan Dharma, we have a lot of intellectuals in this room. We have to read and comprehend in the academic world, isn't it? For a semester and after the exam done, you don't need to remember anymore. That is how cool this world is. You just hammer everything in there for a semester or two, or your board exam, and you're good to go in life after that. You don't need to remember nothing anymore. But in Sanatana Dharma, you do not need to comprehend with nothing. You do not need to understand a bhajan. You do not need to understand Sanskrit. You do not need to understand the mantras. You do not need to understand the chaupai. Just listen with faith. Just listen with faith. In Bhagavad Gita 1871, the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna give us this fact. You do not need to comprehend with it. And I know these young people will have a different argument with me. Because that is the world they're raised in. They must see it logically, chronologically. If they don't see the logic, it doesn't make sense. Bhagavad Gita.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri
Everybody sing along, please.
Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Shraddha Dava Anusa Cha Shrimad Apiyo Nara Sopi Mukti Shubhalokam Prapanyo Punya Karman.
Shri Krishna Sharanam.
Hello everybody. Shri Krishna Sharanam.
Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Shraddham Anushvacha Snuyutti Apiyo Naraha. Shraddha. Just listen with faith. You see, in the days of yore, ask our elderly and ask your grandparents. People tell you to do and you just follow and do. Isn't it? You never ask why, when, and how. We want to know all about it and the opportunity gone in this generation. You respect your grandparents, your elderly, your mausa, your mausi, your chacha, like that. And whatever they tell you, because they mean well to you. They had your good heart and interest. Here, Bhagavan Shri Krishna is saying in 1871, just listen with faith. Without envy, you will be liberated, Bhagavan says, and attain that auspicious abode of the Lord. You know, Adi Shankaracharya had 4 disciples, just 4. He was a renounced manifestation of Bhagavan Shiva, Adi Shankaracharya. And he had, out of the 4 disciples, Sanatana, who never comprehended nothing. You know, in any class, one teacher you have, but everybody comes out with a different grade, isn't it? Some catch quickly, some catch quick when they go home by themselves and they revise. Some don't even need to take notes, they just absorb everything right there, and so forth. And so, Sanatana, my dear friends, he could not comprehend with nothing. And this is an example. Adi Shankaracharya had his disciples, Sureshacharya, Hastamalika, and Totracharya, the other 3 who were amazing. And he sent them to the 4 directions of India to spread Vedanta. But Sanatana could not comprehend with nothing. One day he was on the other side of the river, washing the clothes of Guru, Dobiwala. And they were about to start their siksha, their lesson. And they realized he's not there. And his other 3 Guru Bhais says, let's start. In any way, he don't understand when classes is going on. What's the point of waiting for him? My dear friends, Guru insists we should wait for him. Let us give him a call. He came across, and as he came across, he was rushing to come. My dear friends, broken from his mouth, Sanskrit verses, which they were all astonished. Because he never understood nothing in class. But his faith, his devotion was so much pure that it purified him. That the ones who were comprehending well, the one who could relate well, the one who could use all the world best analogies to disseminate, they could not have that darshan. And so today world, it is nice to understand, but in Sanatan Dharma, Shastras tell us, do not worry too much about the meaning, but listen with faith. When Gaukaran Dundukari listened to Bhagavad Katha, when Gaukaran was narrating, he didn't understood, but he listened with faith and rapt attention, and that gave him moksha, my friends. Bhaktajano, it is for you and I to understand that Bhagavati Ma says we must have discussion when we have confusion, to remove the durgunas, the negative qualities in our life, to purify ourselves. She says, when you want to make this mind that is impure with this material world, this dear mother, these dear children, as they celebrate their birthday, you must be a qualified student. You must be an adhikari. You must be ready. Your container must be clean to receive the blessings of Bhagavan. And so, the divine Devi says in this Chaupai,
Ramaya namami, Ramaya namami, Ramaya namami, Ramaya namami, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram.
नए बंदे की राम प्रभुधाई अति भय विकलन तुमन सुनाई ओ
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram.
बोलो बोलो राम
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram.
तदपि मलिन मन बोधन आवा सो सफल भले दैति हम पावा ओ राम
Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram. Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram. Ram Raja, Ram Raja,
And I always say this here to these children who always listen, parents. Not only this lifetime we're going to reach all our goals. Don't feel we want to pray 5 years in, 10 years in, and receive everything. And if it'll to come on the way, waste my time praying. Why am I praying for Bhagavan? Don't hear. Parvati was asking here, and she's saying, I was so confused, not only now, but since in my last birth as Sati. Shiva told her, she didn't listen. She still went to the yagya, Daksha Prajapati yagya. She didn't listen. She couldn't understand. She couldn't relate. And she had to submerge herself in that yagya. She come again, and she's questioning Shiva. She still didn't understand. She have this Manushrup, she's the better half of Mahadeva. And she still didn't understand. She's saying, she suffered from understanding. And my dear friends, sometimes we too suffer, and we too also fail from understanding. My dear Bhaktajano, we fail to comprehend. But do not let that bother you. Have that faith, have that Shraddha in your Bhagavan. Devi, she says, now I think I better qualify to listen to this kahani. Oh Lord, please tell me the story of Shri Ram. Please tell me the story. When he hears Shri Ram, he went into Samadhi, Shiva. Because he started, when you see a movie, and this is nothing compared to what I'm trying to get to you with, and you can't wait to come home to tell a sibling or a friend, you have to see this movie. You can't miss this. Da, 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 da. You can't hold back, not leaving them the surprise they should have for themselves. Shiva was in the same mood. Parvati is asking, my dear friends. He says, in this very last Chopai, there are 8 questions. 8 questions to 9 questions Parvati Devi asks Bhagavan Shiva in his Shiva Gita. Why the Lord take non-form, nirgun to sagun? He's formless, but he take a form to walk this earth in you and I. Why did he have to come to go to this Dandaka forest? Why he had to kill Ravana? All of us sometimes get lost in this forest too of this life. You knock or hit your head on pillars and posts to find some solution. Sri Ram shows us this will be the part of life. You chase after that what seems to be like that golden deer. Sita, who is Sri, she take what is not real to be real, and it bring her ruin. It bring the ruin of Ravana. But remember, this story didn't only start in this birth of Ram and Sita. In the birth before, as Vedyavati, she made that oath, I'll come back for the ruin of Ravan. You see, when you come here, don't think, I was saying to Vishal and Sherry, I don't want to bust the bubbles, but it comes from generation to generation, I was saying earlier to them. Sita's in the form of Vedyavati. When Ravan hold her hair in her previous birth, she take an oath that I will come back. You ruin my whole chastity. I'll come back to ruin the whole kulam. In Mahabharat Katha, somebody take blood and wash her hair and take oath. My dear Bhaktajano, is very, very important. Why the hair? Why the hair? Anybody remember who gave Durga Devi the hair? When she manifests Adi Shakti Bhavani? Who gave her hair? Anybody remember? Bhagavan Yamraj, the god of death. And when you touch a woman here, Ram Naam Satya hai, yehi so sabko gatya hai. Ram Naam only is truth, nothing else. Permit me in this chaupai as we conclude this morning. Keep the Lord in your heart. Keep the Lord in your heart.
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
पुलकलोचन जलचाई
राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम
श्री रघुनाथ रूप और आवा श्री रघुनाथ रूप और आवा परम आनंद अमित सुख पावा
राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम
Everybody?
जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम
हरि या रामचरित सब आई. Sada she went into Samadhi. Imagine Shiva. Shiva went into Samadhi. He started to see Ram walking towards him. Remember the Ishta Devata. I always tell you this. Who's the Ishta Devata? Anybody remember? You have an Ishta Devata. Who's the Ishta Devata? Who can tell me? Who can help me remember? Who's an Ishta Devata? Somebody help me? This side, over there. Who's our Ishta Devata? I'll start calling name out, you know. Who are volunteered to tell me who's an Ishta Devata? Nobody remember? Yes, go ahead, son. Tameshwar says, did I say version? Favorite avatar of Bhagavan. The favorite, so to speak. The one you love most. You love all of them because you recognize they are all same in one and all in one, all in one. But no matter how you like all of them, when there's certain bhajan start for Devi or Durga or Shiva, you feel a different joy. All your hairs stand up, you say. This is exactly what happened to Shiva Bhagavan. All his hair stood on his body. When he heard this question from Parvati about Sri Ram, and his mind filled with rapture, his eyelid filled with tears. Soon as he blinked, oh man, the figure of Sri Ram reflected in the mirror of the heart of Mahadev. My dear Bhaktajano, if Shiva, who is Mahadeva, we've been fasting, praying, doing puja every day to him, in this month of Shravan Maas, as devotees of this mandir, we are worshipping him and he leave that blueprint for us, worshipping his Ishtadev, who is Sri Ram. This, if we do, or we follow a fraction of, it will bring immense joy, not only in our Shrota's life, but in all of our lives. Shiva and Ram is the embodiment of bliss. Parama Ananda, not only Anand, but Parama super blissfulness. Have that Ishtadevata. Have that Ishtadevata in your world, in your life. Worship your Bhagavan. Continue to adore him. Continue to adore him at home. Bathe your Shivalingam. Every day, do not only wait on Monday, Trayodasi, Pradosh, but every day of this month. Bathe him. Join us tomorrow morning at 6:30 as we commence Shiva Puja. Tomorrow evening, Monday evening, 7 p.m. as we perform Shiva Puja and Abhishekam. Keep that Ish Devta. Shravan Maas come to an end on the 11th, which is Raksha Bandhan, Purnima. Very powerful day. Do not miss Raksha Bandhan in Mandir. 11th, boys and girls who wear Janeo, Upnayan, the sacred thread. Remember, you change your Janeo on that day. You know what to do by now. Fasting and prayer rejuvenate. that spiritual path. That morning you perform your tarpan, you perform your adoration, you perform salutations to parampara, the lineage of gurus. You change that sacred thread and you take new one, my dear friends. Very powerful month of Shravana Mas. We have a few days remaining. Let us enjoy in June and come to the feet of Bhagavan. If for some reason you cannot be with us in the morning or Monday evening, then do a little puja home. Om Namah Shiva, Om Namah Shiva, Om Namah Shiva. Drop some water, no milk, no nothing. Drop some water in that lingam of Bhagavan Shiva. Today, I pray and ask Bhagavan continue to bless our dear mother, Mataji Kemrani ji, to enjoy many, many more Janamdin to come. And our wonderful grandsons, Navindra and of course Ritesh. Once again from all of us here at Mahalakshmi Narayan Mandir, we want to say happy birthday to you. And may Bhagavan, may this satsang continue to reverberate in your world, in this family, respective world. And may we come closer and closer to Mahadev's feet. As we prepare for Arati, dear Bhakta Jano, may the Divine Lord bless you, Resh Arati son. As we come close nun to our satsang, bringing our satsang to an end, may Bhagavan bless all of you, our Gandharvas, our children, our parents who have gathered with us. Thanks for this morning's sponsorship and those virtual online. Thanks for staying with us as we all stand for Aarti. Prem Sura Shiv Shankar Bhagavan ki jai. Sita Rama Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Yani kaniksha papani janamantar kratanisya tani tani vinakshante prarakshanaye pare pare.
Om Hare 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 Mahadev, Om Hare 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 Mahadev, Om Satyam Shivam Sundaram, Om Satyam Shivam Sundaram, Jai Shiva Omkara, Hare Shiva Omkara, Jai Shiva Omkara, Hare Shiva Omkara, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि भूतादिक संगे ओम हरे 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 महादेव ओम हरे 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 महादेव जय शिव ओंकारा हरे शिव ओंकारा जय शिव ओंकारा हरे शिव ओंकारा ओम सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं ओम सत्यं शिवं शिव ओंकारा, हरे शिव ओंकारा, जय शिव ओंकारा, हरे शिव ओंकारा। ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिव अर्धांगिनी धारा, ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिव अर्धांगिनी धारा, जय शिव ओंकारा, हरे शिव ओंकारा, जय शिव ओंकारा, हरे शिव ओंकारा। ओम हरे 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 महादेव, ओम हरे 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 महादेव। ओम सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं, ओम सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं। ओम जय देव महादेव, ओम जय देव महादेव। ओम हरे 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 महादेव, ओम हरे 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 महादेव। गिरि कैलाश शिखा शुभ सिंहासन राजे, गिरि कैलाश शिखा शुभ सिंहासन राजे। नंदी गण गणनायक शोभित दरवाजे। ओम हरे 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 महादेव, ओम हरे 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 महादेव। ऋषि मुनि सुर गण मिलकर महिमा गण करे, ऋषि मुनि सुर गण मिलकर महिमा ज्ञान करे। योगी जन हृदय में निश दिन ध्यान धरे। ओम हरे 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 महादेव, ओम हरे 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 महादेव। जय शिव ओंकारा, हरे शिव ओंकारा, जय शिव ओंकारा, हरे शिव ओंकारा। ओम हरे 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 महादेव, ओम हरे 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 महादेव। ओम सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं, ओम सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं।
Let us join together, closing prayer. Ritesh, come back here, son. To the feet of Bhagavan, we conclude this morning. Pravachan of the Lord. Lord, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to be among these wonderful souls, serving you all, physically and virtually, as we conclude, O Mahadev. We are nothing without you. We are mere. Them children can come forward to Vishal, and them other brothers can come forward. With Mom, Uncle Joe, come forward. Give them flowers, son. As we conclude, Mataji is so thankful to having her children, her grand-in-laws, all relationship with her today, the servants of Bhagavan. What a blessed day, a moment in their life. And for all of us to dedicate to Bhagavan Shiva, to be with them to celebrate as we conclude in prayers. Om Tatpurushaya Vidamahi Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra
प्रचोदयात्।
Jai Tvam Devi Chamunde Jai Bhuta Paharani Jai Sarvagate Devi Kalaratri Namo
नमोस्तुते।
Tvameva Matascha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Saka Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva
देवा
Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Asato Ma Satgamaya
सोमा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं
kind to parampara, to our gurus. Om Gurura Brahma, Gurura Vishnu, Gurura Devo Maheshwara, Gurura Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Bhyo Namah. Hari Om. Offering flowers to the lingam. Prem Dharo Shiv Shankara Bhagavan ki jai. Satya Sanatana Vedika Dharma ki jai. Santana ki jai jai. Sitaram. Please take off our painti, arti, prasaram, bhojan. Please participate in our bhojan. Thank you so much to Shriman and Shrimati Harjan and the Kalicharan family for affording us bhojan today. Thank you so much for always supporting this family. I know for sure Pitaji Joe and his Dharmapatni family will be happy to see Uncle Paul and his wonderful family being with them today in satsang. Thank you once again to all our Gandharvas, those virtually. Thank you so much for your love, your support, and let us continue to support Dharma. Those who can join with me in the morning, join with me for Shiva Puja. If not in the morning, at 6:30 a.m., at 7 p.m. for Shiva Puja in this month of Shravan. Thank you once again. Please do not forget, mark your calendar, Bhagavad Yagya in just under a week, commencing on the 14th of August to the 18th. Please join us for Bhagavad Katha. Spread out that, find our flyer, and please share that around. Once again, Phil Milinge, and also remember, Raksha Bandhan, Thursday, Puja commences at 7. Raksha Bandhan Puja, Phil Milinge, until we reach again. Jai Shriman Narayana. Dear devotees in house, thank you so much for your love, your support. Please